What is going on, guys? WrongVidsAmong12 and we are back with Civil War issue 3. There's a load of crazy stuff going on in this issue and the previous issue, in fact, with Captain America's side actually creating a weapon known as Bell Curve, which can reverse people's powers. So Spider-Man and his team have set out to go and collect the resources to power this machine, all while Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, has entered the Blue, which is pretty much Captain America's territory, and she's there to find the killer of Miriam Sharp, who died in the first issue. So in this issue, we're going to be getting some pretty interesting transformations of other characters such as Kingpin and Dr. Octopus, and of course we're going to be getting a whole new story and a little bit of a twist. So guys, without further ado, let's jump into it and get right on into it. We jump into the issue with it beginning with Elektra actually being obliterated and being blown up into smithereens by one of the Iron Men that they're fighting, and Black Panther screams her name as she dies. Now, in case any of you guys need your memory jogging, this is actually Spider-Man's team that has been sent to the Iron, which is Iron Man's territory, to get the resources to power the Bell Curve machine to take out other people's powers. Originally, it was meant to be a stealth mission, and of course it turned into this massive face-off against these giant Iron Man robots. But I feel like maybe Spider-Man has become a little bit cold-hearted recently, because he says he doesn't care about Elektra dying. As long as the mission gets done, then they'll mourn later. Also, something that I've actually just noticed is that it kind of looked like that Daredevil died right there, so I'm assuming that maybe Elektra took up the mantle of Daredevil because of the Civil War and everything like that. So really, the person that was under that Daredevil costume was in fact Elektra, in case any of you guys got confused there. Just to clarify, I'm not saying that Elektra was Daredevil, I'm just saying that maybe she took up the costume of Daredevil or something along those lines. I'm not too sure because I don't read the Daredevil comics or anything like that, but you know what I mean. So moving on further into the issue, you could see that Jennifer Walters actually had to get scanned by Professor Xavier, and he actually let her through thinking that she was who she said she was. And I honestly, in my own opinion, believe that maybe Professor X knew entirely who she was, but he let her through anyway. What for? Well, I don't know yet, but I just have this feeling that just the way Professor X looked at her, I just kind of feel like he knew exactly who she was, but he let her through for like a higher purpose maybe or something like that. I love the whole clichéness about how she said that she won't get recognized, and the moment she said that, she pretty much got recognized. So we'll see that further on in the comics, so I'll get onto that later. Now, this is where we get this amazing reveal, and I absolutely love this. I think it's incredible. We have a villain who is Kingpin mixed with Dr. Octopus. I never thought that I would have ever seen this in my entire life, but I like it. So it turns out that Kingpin actually ripped the arms off Dr. Octopus and put them onto his own spine, and the arms actually love Dr. Octopus, so when they got onto Kingpin, they shot a voltage of electricity into his brain, instantly killing him. So technically, Kingpin isn't actually there, it's just Kingpin's dead corpse body that the arms are controlling, so really it's the arms that are still alive. Heading on over back to She-Hulk, aka Jennifer Walters, she's actually following the signal that's going to lead her to the killer of Miriam Sharp, and she's getting closer by the second. Of course, we saw that person recognize her earlier on, and it seems that that person is in fact following Jennifer, and he's also talking to someone over radio signals, so obviously this guy is working for some kind of organization or is working with someone, and he's recognized Jennifer, so he's following her to see what she's up to, and she actually finds the man who murdered Miriam Sharp, who is in fact Bullseye. And that's not a very good thing because She-Hulk and Miriam Sharp were very close friends, so the fact that she can see Bullseye in front of her is just only going to rage her even more. In case some of you guys don't know who Bullseye is, he's pretty much the Deadshot of the Marvel Universe. So moving on, it's revealed that the person who was following Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, was in fact Speedball, who is now part of the Punishers. And I know that they used to be friends, so they actually did a favour for one another at one point, but things have changed and he pretty much has to bring her in no matter what. Meaning that it's time to bring in the big guns, and that doesn't sound like a very pleasant thing, so I'm looking forward to finding out who those big guns are. Probably the real Punishers of the universe, and that's going to be awesome to see. Now heading on over back to Spider-Man and his team with Venom and Black Panther, they're actually being obliterated by this Kingpin slash Dr. Octopus villain, so I'm just going to call him King Ock, because I think that sounds awesome. And you can see that Venom actually launches one of Daredevil's, or shall I say Elektra's, batons straight through the brain of the Kingpin body. And of course, the arms actually needed a host to be able to live, so destroying the brain also makes them lifeless as well. as we're coming to the end of the issue, we get She-Hulk sprinting out of there, and Tony Stark is trying to figure out why Jennifer actually She-Hulked up, and she's trying to explain this, and she's also explained that it was Bullseye who murdered Miriam Sharp, but she also says there's something else, and just as she's about to say it, she gets blasted into smithereens and disappears, and that is when we get these awesome looking characters right here in front of us, and they are known probably as what I thought was the big guns, and they have a Punisher logo on the chest. One of them looks like Beetle out of the Ultimate Spider-Man series, and the other one looks very, very similar to Doctor Doom, and it kind of has that very reminiscent Halo / Master Chief feel to it. I thought that was awesome. Spider-Man and the rest of the team, except for Elektra, return with all of the resources to power the Project Bell Curve machine, and Spider-Man even acknowledges that he's becoming really cold. He doesn't have the same feelings as what he used to when he was Spider-Man, and it's kind of getting to him. I think it's because he's maybe had a lack of seeing Mary Jane. Maybe Mary Jane hasn't been there, so his emotions have just fallen apart, really. Now, as we turn over to the final page of the comic, we get this epic reveal of one of the characters that didn't die in the Divide 6 event, and I can't actually remember right now what his name is. Can't quite remember. It's really escaping me. I'll have to go back to like issue 1 or whatever and check it again, because during this review right now, I honestly can't get the name in my brain, but maybe you guys can help me in the comments below if I can't find it. But that is the end of the issue. What did you guys think of the ending? What did you think of that reveal at the end? And what did you think of the issue as a whole? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10. It had really good artwork again. Always got to consider the artwork when reviewing a comic, but it also had very nice twists, like, you know, well-known characters such as Dr. Octopus and Kingpin were combined together, which I never thought I would see in a million years, but it happened and it looked awesome. It had a little bit of a darker twist to it as well, because Kingpin was actually dead and it was just his corpse that the arms were dragging around. And we also had that little secret that She-Hulk never got to say to Tony Stark, so hopefully we'll find out what she was going to say in the next issue. But until then, guys, hit the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button for more, go to the links in the description to follow me on Twitter and Facebook for all of the latest comic book news and updates, also to hear about when I'm editing these videos, when I'm uploading these videos, and whether a video is going to be out today. If you want to know what I'm doing in my free time when I'm not editing these videos, then follow me on Instagram by going to the links in the description. I'm also doing a physical comic giveaway for the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows issue 4 over on my Instagram, so you can also click the link in the description to go check that out. And that is it, guys, so hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you all in my next video.